Should you need to request an additional on a claim for repairs or replacement, you need to take ownership of the claim again, access the claim, and then you need to create an revision estimate. The first estimate as it stands now will always stay the same, as this was the starting point. To create a revision, you need to right-click on the estimate and say Create Revision. You will now see there's a revision estimate with exactly the same line items as in the original estimate. However, this now allows you to make changes to this estimate. For example, I need to add another battery here. I can double click on the line item and change the quantity. I can also change the price of an item. Remember, when changing an item's price or adding another item, you need to give us some kind of explanation and motivation for this. By doing that, you need to add a note to this line item, and as easy as right-clicking, adding a note, you can type your motivation there as to why we need to authorize this additional cost. You will now see that there is a note appearing below this line item, and it will be easy for us when we understand why you requested more money to allow for this. You also have the opportunity to add a photo should it be necessary for us to view the extra damage. It just makes it much more easier for us to authorize the additional request without having to phone you and understand why you need this additional damage. Should you need to add something to this estimate, you can also go back to your floor plan, open up your pricing database, and add from the pricing database to the specific box, and it will appear in your revision estimate. Once you're done with your revision request, follow the same procedure, in progress, ready for review, close, save, and release ownership. Once we have reviewed your request and agreed to your request, we will send you an email with the authorization for the additional request. You need to go and take ownership of your claim again. You will now notice that your revision has been approved. It is in a completed status, not in ready for review anymore. And this means that you can continue with the revision. Once this is done, you have to, unfortunately, just change your scheduled job date. And this is now working backwards. Unfortunately, this is how the system works. You need to change those dates to one date in the future, one day in the future. Click on OK, close, yes, and release ownership. Unfortunately, the last bit where you need to change those scheduled dates is an important